I brought you down here this morning. This is the front of our finca. No, that's the wrong way to describe it. Our finca is divided into two really, and this is the first part. And the wildflowers here are just wonderful. Really, really wonderful at the moment. Might be difficult to see, the sun is shining directly at me. There's a nice swathe of purple here. My brother says these are all weeds. Ha! He knows nothing. There's a slightly different one. Different from that. And coming up here, there's another one again. Let's see if I can find one that's already in bloom like that. Oh, and these are the wild lupins. There's quite a lot of those this year. Look, there's the lupins in bloom. Oh, I just love it here at this time of year. The wildflowers are definitely one of the reasons why we bought this place. It just reminded me of my childhood. Well, I spent 4 years of my childhood in Cornwall. We're talking about the 1960s. And the flowers and the countryside and meadows to play in, it's just wonderful. Every year the wildflowers are different. One colour will predominate over the others. Look, there's these. Is some kind of sedge, I think, possibly, growing up over the rocks. And a little lavender there. And look here, there's something else coming up here. I don't know what that is. This is our front gate. And the road out there. And we have a second gate which we call the house gate. It's a little bit like Fort Knox, but we used to leave the house gate open all the time. But then we had a couple of instances of dogs coming on the finca, and since our hens are free range, we realised that the only really secure place is the other end, beyond the house gate. And so we have to keep that one firmly closed when the hens are out. There's a big clump of lavender here. There's a dead one in there. I might have to come and sort that, but the rest of it is looking good. Oh look, the crab apples in blossom. Oh, how lovely. I heard the first cuckoo the other day, a couple of days ago. By the time this goes out, oh, it'll be a couple of weeks in the past probably. Oh, the lupins here are amazing. Look at this. God, that's brilliant this year. They're just phenomenal. Anyway, when I was a child, I remember being able to pick the wildflowers. And then it became something that you just would never dream of doing, simply because if you pick the flowers, there aren't any next year. Maybe that's what happened. Too many little girls picking flowers for Easter. Well, here on the Finca, I always pick a few for the table. There are so many, I don't ever pick them all. They're just wonderful. We also have these huge architectural plants. They're a type of allium. I did look it up at some point, but who can remember these things? And they are just starting here on the meadow. Let me show you. Here's one here. It's going to grow from sort of in there. They grow about 6 foot tall. And they have this huge onion top type ball on the top of them. They're just wonderful. And when Steve has to mow this meadow, which he will have to do eventually, I always ask him to avoid them. But it actually looks like there's a few more this year, so that might be a harder job. There's lots of these tiny little purpley pink things hiding in the grass. But overall, giving a lovely sort of purple sheen. Viper's bugloss is coming into bloom. A lot of this is really difficult to capture on film. When it's in the shade like this, you can see the colours, but when it's bathed in sunlight, it's just washing all the colours out and you can't see how wonderful it looks. Also just starting are these things. I believe that it's orange kidney veg, but I do not know for sure. Hello, Bonnie. You come to see what I'm doing? I'm looking at the flowers, sweetie. Now, where was it? I spotted something else. Yeah, look. How sweet is that? The first year we came, I spent days, literally days, on the internet, scrolling through pages and pages of flowers to find the names of all of these things, but I've forgotten. This is new. I don't remember seeing this before. Goodness me, cat. Now there you can see the broom has started blooming. The broom is absolutely wonderful because as the sun shines on it and it warms up, it gives off a scent that's almost like coconut. It's wonderful. The Spanish wild lavender does not smell quite as strong as the cultivated French variety. Come on then. Come on, I've just come to see the wildflowers. This is so definitely why we came here. Oh, it's just so wonderful to be alive. We have two types of cistus here on the Finca, and one is, although this isn't open, It's kind of difficult to see, but when that opens up, it's like a poached egg. And the other one is this one. How awesome is that? Oh my, it's just beautiful. Another little lupin coming up. There's a tractor over there. I hope he's not making so much noise that you can hear him. Yeah, there's the fried egg, poached egg ones just opening up. And there's my neighbour's desert. That used to be the most amazing field of lavender. But he's planted figs, I think. And he ploughs it umpty times a year. So sad. We have a little entrance way here. It's like going into the fairy forest. Following the path, and oh my goodness, there's a spiky aloe thing. This actually was dug up from our front garden because it just got too big, but it wasn't this size, and it was thrown up here to die. The edges are lethal. Those spikes are just dreadful. Yeah, they catch on you, so it's not really a plant for a garden where you have children running around, or dogs normally are fine, and cats, but you never know. Up here though, it gets no attention at all, no water other than what comes from the sky, and last year that was very little, and it's thriving. There's more lavender here. A little space, secret, secluded, with a beautiful view of the countryside. Am I lucky, or am I lucky? Yeah. Jackpot. Oh goodness, it's just wonderful. Have you followed me for this entire walk, Bonnie? I think you have. Every year is different. It's what I love about being here.